Hi everyone and welcome to today's Sherman Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Let's get right to it. So in Baltimore, Curtis and Jordan kiss, like, a lot, and Jordan winds up stopping them, and she says that, she has felt something for him after he, talks to her about it. And she says that she's with Andre, and he asked if it's really, that serious, and he's known her a lot longer than Andre has. And she says she doesn't know if it's forever, but that's fine. It's too soon to know. And he thinks she feels something for him and that she doesn't feel for Andre. And she says fleeting feelings don't mean anything. And I don't know what's going on with the two of them, honestly. It kind of came out of left field for me. At the floating rib, Sam tells Elizabeth they need to find Franco now. And Elizabeth can tell something's changed. And kind of, I don't know, for a second there, shoves it in her face that she was right about Alexis. And Sam wants to focus on Franco and not Alexis, plus she's still not convinced Franco didn't do it. Elizabeth doesn't want to give Sam her leads because she feels she has an agenda, and Sam says, well, how do I know you're not accusing my mother just to, get Franco off the hook, they both kind of have an agenda, and they just need to work together if they want to figure any of this out. So Elizabeth knows that Sam and Franco have an ugly history, and she understands. She would never try to convince her to feel any differently. And Sam will always hate Franco. And Elizabeth wants them to agree that they're looking for the truth, and Sam's like, fine, I'm in, but that means you have to be okay with what we find too. And Elizabeth tells her about the phone and the blood. At Alexis's place, Alexis tells Julian she told Sam everything, and she asks how he took care of the Tom Baker situation. Did he do something to Franco? He says he doesn't know where Franco is and why she would even ask him. I know, right? Who could fathom? And she goes through her reasoning. He gets it, and she asks where Franco is again, and he says he doesn't know. So he says she won't trust him, and she says she'll never trust him ever again, and he's like, well, then there's no point in me trying to convince you of anything. He says he didn't do anything to Franco. He did always put her welfare first, even if it may have seemed like he didn't, and things are, they are what they are, right? Why are you being mean to the kitty? Alexis checks her phone, and she pulls Elizabeth's contact information up after Julian leaves, but he reminds her that if she inquires into any of this, she's going to have to explain why she's interested. Diane comes over, and Alexis has a meeting with the bar committee this evening that she had kind of forgotten about. She's a little off, and, she says she's nervous, and Diane brought wine to celebrate afterwards. Alexis says she doesn't think she's going to practice law ever again. Too much has happened, but Diane's still on her side. At the mystery place Franco's at, Franco, it turns out he's locked in a storage container, in the storage facilities. And he has bubble wrap around his neck, and he wrote a note to slip under the door, and he's in really bad shape. He's really cold, too. It's not a climate-controlled one. It's one of the cold ones. And he knows he's in a lot of danger, that the person who locked him in could very well come back at any time. He goes through the boxes to see if there's anything he can use, and he's not finding anything. He finds some trophies, and he thinks maybe there's a name on the trophies, but not so lucky. So he's messing with more of the boxes, and some fall on him. And at the hospital, one second, I went a little out of order. Kiki goes to Dylan for help and fills him in on the Franco stuff. She asks for help with a phone, and he has an idea. Turns out he has a special dehumidifier for high-tech equipment, and it's worth a shot. And now let's go back up here. See, I'm glad I caught that. Alright, so Kiki and Dylan are actually at the storage container place. And wouldn't you know, Dylan's storage place is right across from Franco's. Where he put the note under the door. And Dylan heard something, and it's Franco, but they don't realize that. They think it's just the pipes and stuff. Those pipes going, oh. I laugh, but my house makes, the weirdest noises at night. So I really shouldn't judge. So Dylan's making a call to someone that could help them reboot the phone once it's tried out, because they know they're really going to have one chance at it. And she picks, Kiki, she has to write something down. So she picks up Franco's paper, but it's folded, and she doesn't see the writing that says, help, I'm locked in here, call Elizabeth Weber, Franco. And she still doesn't see the writing on the note, and the phone is dry, they dry it out, and Kiki gets a call from Elizabeth, and she says she'll meet her, and they leave. Franco wakes up right after they leave. That's just bad luck right there. and he passes out again, but then he wakes up again and gets himself up. He realizes he's got to do this, like, right now. Back at the floating rib, Kiki questions why Sam is there and kind of puts together some of the pieces, but doesn't quite say it. And they try to get into the phone, and they do get it on, and the password is Jake, which is kind of adorable and sweet, so, you know, whatever. And it ooh, sorry. Turns out there's 12 new messages. They're all from them. So now they know Franco's in trouble, and he wasn't just ignoring them because he didn't get any of their messages. He has been missing for a while. So meanwhile, the note is right there in Kiki's purse, and they're just not seeing it. Even the help is sticking out. So I don't know about y'all, but whenever I see any paper on the floor and I have the chance to pick it up, I always pick it up and read it. Like, I just have to. I have to know what's on the note. Most of the time it's shopping lists, like in Stop and Shop. But, like, I just have to know. So I don't know how, like, out of curiosity, she didn't just peek at that, like, seeing if there's writing. Because I could not peek at that, you know? At the Metro Court, Jason collapses, and the wait staff immediately gets help. Tracy comes in. Jason, he's, like, burning up, yeah, but he can still talk. He says he's not sick, and he doesn't want anyone to call Sam. And now at General Hospital, Jason is in the hospital, and Monica is helping him. He doesn't want Sam to know because she'll be stressed. Monica has no idea what this could be. They did get blood work done, but she's thinking it could maybe be like an allergy no one knew about. Like, she doesn't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. I know what's going on. So what he has isn't life-threatening, and his fever's down slightly. So he is getting better. It's just more of a mystery. So Jason wakes up, and Julian is, like, literally right there staring at him. And I'm like, well, that's creepy. And Jason asks if he's there to see the results of his work. Because, you know, Jason ain't a fool. Julian gave him the same thing he gave himself to stay in the hospital to delay being indicted. And Julian tells him everything. He was the intended target of the bomb, and the people who did this wanted Sonny in jail. But now he's in the middle of this, and Jason just wants a name. And Julian won't give him a name, but he says if he keeps looking into this, Sam and the baby could be at risk. And Julian wants to turn the tables on the people in power over here, and he needs Jason's help. And Jason's like, okay, I'm listening. And now end scene. So Jordan wants Curtis to leave now. She says she's good with Andre, and Curtis is like, good luck. The bottle of wine is talking to Alexis as she puts it away, but then she takes it back out with the glass and the bottle opener, and I was like, so close, 2 days, come on Alexis, you can do it. Julian wants Jason to agree to work with him before he tells him anything, and Jason's like, I'm never going to trust you, and Julian says their lives and other lives depend on him doing the right thing. The note is nearly falling out of Kiki's purse, and no one's seeing it, and Franco finds a trophy he recognizes, but I don't recognize it, so... do you recognize it? Do you have any idea who this trophy could be? Could be where he could have seen this before. It's like a little, almost like not football or almost basketball trophy, that kind of shape. All right, well that is it for yesterday's General Hospital recap. I will see you later today for more General Hospital, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.